Sports coaching and leadership. Katie Brooks, Screencast on Ethics 2. 3 skills of a coach. Communication, organisation and problem solving. I believe these 3 skills are the most important for coaches in every coaching situation. Your communication, it allows you to gain respect with the team, but only if you have the right attitude as a coach. Being confident allows you to express the knowledge. Having respect with your communication allows you to gain respect from the players. If you give them what you want, then they will give you what you want. If you communicate knowledge within this situation, then they will understand. And if you give them eye contact, this is also another form of communication, which is also highly respected in some situations, because if you don't make eye contact, then it could mean that you're not a spirit. Secondly, organisation. Being organised as a coach allows you to be efficient and adaptable. Organisation means to be knowledgeable about the organisation. You need to be adaptable, so you adapt the sessions, so you have knowledge on the different things that you can do with different groups. You need to be efficient, delegate and prioritise within the sessions. Problem solving, the last skill. Problem solving is a very good skill to have within the coaching, because if something happens or something goes wrong, then you are able to quickly work out what to do and how to fix it, and always be efficient. You need to be aware of everything, have good communication, be knowledgeable about your sport and what you're coaching, have good decision making, so that you're efficient with your coaching, and make sure that you know exactly what you want and why you've made that decision, and be confident in this situation as well. Different examples of having skills in professional coaches is Jessica Enna's coach, for example. In this situation, he'd have a lot of knowledge, which would be brought on by himself, enthusiasm, which is a natural trait which will help him, enthusiasm about the sport and help her be enthusiastic about it, and have very good communication, which will help communicate with her and her sport and help improve and allow her to voice her opinion. And another coach would be for a team, England cricket coach. They'd have to have patience, which is a natural trait, because if you're not patient, then you won't allow the skills to improve within the team. Have very good motivation, so you carry on, keep improving, and knowledge about the sport as well, because you're so high up within the national level. You need to have good knowledge of the sport and techniques and different various things that you need to use. 3 qualities that I'm choosing to talk about are knowledge of the skills in sport, knowledge of the laws, and being able to understand the participants' physical needs. Successful coaches will have qualities that allow them to develop and improve their teams and athletes, which means these qualities help them be a better coach. Having knowledge of the skills in sport means they can recognise and expose opponents' weaknesses. This is good and can come from experience, and you are able to implement tactics based on team strengths, so you are using your quality and assessing different team situations, so your own team and other teams, which will help your performance. You'll also be able to develop the techniques of individuals and the team because of your knowledge and skill of the sport. They also may want to improve their knowledge by research, so researching different teams and seeing how they work, and getting qualifications, so go on courses. Elite coaches would have more experience as well as the qualifications, so they'll be able to work their qualifications with experience and make it more effective. Coaches that need to research may watch higher level coaches so they can improve. Gymnastic coaches will be able to support in different ways. For example, they'll be able to support their athletes in different ways, from looking at how other elite coaches hold their players and support them whilst doing a somersault on the trampoline, for example, on the beam. This is important because they need to challenge their performers' abilities. So if they don't challenge their performers' abilities, then they won't improve. Second quality is having the knowledge of the different laws. Having the right knowledge of these areas will enable the performers to perform under the right guidelines. They have to have up-to-date knowledge of the development of the sport through their NGBs, national governing bodies, and these change all the time. For example, the different age categories and the different equipment you need to use. They'll need to adhere to and implement regulations. For example, the kit, the different sizes. They will also need to adhere and implement to the regulations and equipment as well. So, for example, the size of rugby balls and footballs. Non-elite coaches will have to implement at a lower level, so they will have to move up. Elite coaches are often ex-players who need to be updated. So non-elite coaches will have to move up and use help with their safety, and elite coaches will need to be updated. For example, a hockey coach will need to enforce the laws of shin pads, etc. It is very important to wear shin pads, and this is the reason why coaches need to implement this. It's important because they need to understand so they can enforce the laws to the players. This is likely to be used against them if they don't do it, so they can be sued if you don't know them. And the third quality, understanding of participants' physical needs. This is very important in every coaching situation, all abilities and all levels in different sports. Being first aid qualified trained can help you in different situations for sport. There's a lot of injuries that occur and can help you in different ways. You can check the facilities are safe and suitable, and leading a comprehensive warm-up and cool-down can prevent injuries, helping with this first aid. Completing safety checks prior to the session and after each session helps with the risk assessing, and also checking after helps with the next people. Training fitness components of performers so they can meet demands of the sport is also something that the physical needs aspect the participant requires in the coaching's responsibility, because they need to be able to keep up with the sport and make sure they cope with the demands. And as a coach, you need to be able to recognise any medical conditions and be aware of them through communication with the participants. You need to have up-to-date knowledge of each of the performers and the first aid, so inhalers, asthma, medication, any physical things that can happen like epilepsy. Elite players will have more experience and more help from psychologists that can impact coaches. Non-elites will not have this, so they have to do it for themselves, which will be harder. So elite players will be able to elite coaches will be able to have impact from outside, so physiotherapists, psychologists, which makes it harder for non-elite. An example of this is in disability coaching. You have to be aware of all the disabilities and all of their needs, which can be quite difficult, but you need to be aware of everything. This is important so they can consider every performance need, so they are safe and effective for everyone, and the session benefits everyone. Three main characteristics that coaches are likely to have and need to have are patience, being approachable to everyone, and being committed. I've chosen these characteristics because I feel these are most beneficial to performers. Patience is the first one, so this is being able to listen to everyone. So if they have a problem, you can make them feel comfortable and make them happy. And take time, so you can facilitate for everyone, so you can discover their own needs. Keeping calm is also very good because you can try and get their attention. Don't stress them out or anything. And changing the way you teach them and adapting, which can an example of when you can use this in the first coaching session. So you need to be patient and might need to change the way you coach so you can adapt, so you can cater for all their variabilities. The third one, approachable. Approachable is important, so you can be friendly when players want help, for example, so they can overcome a problem. That is very important, so they can feel like they can talk to you. You're very willing to help. When they need more confidence is an example of when you can use it, so they can achieve their goals and aims. Body language is also a very important aspect of being approachable. For example, in a break of half time, if you go over and show that you're confident and willing to help and really are enthusiastic, then they'll feel like they can approach you. But if you just sit back and let them talk about it, then they won't. And enthusiasm is also another big aspect of being approachable. An example of this is when they are low. If you're enthusiastic, then you feel confident about helping them. They will feel like they can rely on you. The third one, committed. Examples of this is being at every session, so raining, illness, etc. It will reflect on your players' performance. So it's very important that as a coach that you need to be there, be punctual. You show enthusiasm, so even if you get bad results, you still show enthusiasm, so your players don't lose motivation, and you show enthusiasm in everything, so to help motivate them in their training and need boosting. Doing more than expected is also something that comes with being committed. Sometimes it's better to do more things than you're asked, so no one ever has to ask you and you look like you really want to be there. Asking the other coaches if they need help, for example, so you give the right impression. And another one is being very supportive. Being supportive with your players and your performers is being there for everyone, not just a coach, so you're like a friend really. So along with approachable, you're a friend as well as a coach. If you're not supportive, then players won't show respect and you will get bad results, which will reflect on you as a coach as well as their performance.